Philadelphia Eagles are heading into this wild card matchup with a clear advantage, and it is not just about talent or strategy. It is about health and preparation. While the San Francisco 49ers have been forced to deal with an alarming number of injuries throughout the season, the Eagles have managed to keep their core players in excellent condition. The difference is striking when you look at the numbers. Philadelphia enters this game with 21 of 22 opening day starters healthy and ready to go, a testament to the meticulous work of Nick Sirianni and the Eagles' medical staff. That level of consistency is rare in the NFL, and it gives the Birds a huge edge going into the postseason, especially against a team as depleted as San Francisco. The injury history of the 49ers under Kyle Shanahan is well documented. Since he became head coach in 2017, San Francisco has consistently ranked among the top 10 teams in injury rate almost every year. Even in 2023, when they reached the Super Bowl and nearly toppled the Kansas City Chiefs in overtime, injuries plagued their roster. Despite these setbacks, the Niners have achieved impressive results, proving the resilience of the organization and the quality of Shanahan's leadership. Yet, this pattern of injuries continues to shape how opponents view the team. Philadelphia, in contrast, has been remarkably disciplined in its approach to player health, training methods, and practice schedules, creating a team that peaks at the right time for playoff contention. It is important to emphasize that rooting for injuries is never the goal. The 49ers are a storied franchise, well-managed, and with a legacy that includes 5 Super Bowl appearances. Kyle Shanahan is a phenomenal coach, and the organization's history demonstrates consistent success even in the face of adversity. However, the difference in approach to health and preparation between the Eagles and the 49ers is evident. Philadelphia's methods under Sirianni have created one of the healthiest rosters in the league, a stark contrast to the injury challenges that once plagued them under Doug Peterson. When you look at the Super Bowl appearances in 2022 and 2024, almost every opening day starter was able to play in the championship game. That level of health is a luxury that cannot be overstated in a playoff scenario. The decision to rest starters in Week 18, which some fans questioned, was part of this larger strategy. Philadelphia's players came off a season in which they won the Super Bowl and faced a shortened offseason. Giving them rest was a strategic choice to ensure peak performance at the most crucial time, and it has paid off. The Birds enter this wildcard matchup not only with a well-prepared and rested team, but also with the ability to exploit the glaring weaknesses in the 49ers' depleted lineup. The health advantage is clear, and it sets the stage for an Eagles offense that can attack with precision and depth. San Francisco's linebacker situation is a prime example of the challenges they face. Injuries at this position have forced the Niners to make last-minute additions, including signing former Eagles linebacker Kaiser White. White, who had 137 tackles with the Arizona Cardinals last season, now joins a unit already stretched thin. Veteran Eric Kendricks, who has had 9 consecutive seasons with over 100 tackles, may see significant playing time alongside White and Curtis Robinson, a special team standout but inexperienced in coverage. This trio highlights the vulnerabilities the Eagles can exploit, particularly in the middle of the field where crossers and intermediate routes can create big plays. Philadelphia's offense, led by quarterback Jalen Hurts, has thrived in targeting crossing routes this season, converting them into high-efficiency plays and generating substantial yardage and touchdowns. The combination of athleticism, timing, and strategy gives the Eagles a unique opportunity to exploit these mismatches. What makes this matchup intriguing is the contrast in team philosophies. The Niners have a rigorous, physical approach to practice and conditioning that has led to wear and tear over the years. Their methods, while effective in building strength and toughness, may have contributed to their ongoing injury struggles. In contrast, the Eagles have focused on a balanced, scientifically informed approach to training and recovery. Player workload is carefully monitored, rest is prioritized, and nutrition and fitness programs are tailored to individual needs. This difference in methodology is more than theoretical. It manifests on the field where the Eagles can maintain a level of performance and consistency that the 49ers struggle to sustain due to their injury history. It is not just the passing game that benefits from this advantage. The Eagles' rushing attack is poised to exploit the Niners' linebackers, who have struggled in run defense this season. In recent matchups, San Francisco allowed opponents significant yardage on the ground, missing key tackles and over-pursuing, which creates gaps for a team with the speed and vision of Philadelphia's running backs. The combination of strategic play calling, athletic advantage, and a healthy roster means the Eagles can attack both through the air and on the ground, stretching the Niners' defense and forcing mismatches that are difficult to overcome. Looking ahead, the Eagles' coaching staff has a critical task: identifying the optimal ways to exploit these weaknesses. Crossers, route combinations, and play design must be adjusted to capitalize on the Niners' linebacker vulnerabilities. The versatility of players like Devonta Smith and Dallas Goedert provides options to attack the middle of the field and create opportunities for big gains after the catch. With careful planning and execution, Philadelphia can turn the Niners' injury-induced deficiencies into tangible advantages that impact the outcome of this high-stakes playoff matchup. The contrast between these two teams is stark, and the story of this game will not just be about talent, but about preparation, strategy, and the ability to stay healthy at the right time. The Eagles have meticulously built a roster that thrives in the postseason, while the 49ers are forced to navigate a depleted lineup and manage last-minute roster adjustments. This dynamic sets the stage for a playoff game where execution, awareness, and adaptability could determine which team advances and which team falls short. As the Eagles prepare for this wildcard matchup, the focus is not only on exploiting the 49ers' weaknesses, but also on maximizing their own strengths. Jalen Hurts has been exceptional this season, blending his dual-threat ability with an ever-improving passing game. His comfort in the pocket and on the move allows Philadelphia to adapt in real time, attacking the spaces where the Niners' linebackers struggle to cover. Hurts' chemistry with his receivers, particularly in crossing routes and intermediate patterns, has been a cornerstone of the Eagles' offensive efficiency. When these routes are executed at a high level, defenders like Eric Kendricks and Curtis Robinson are left scrambling to keep up, and that hesitation is all Philadelphia needs to create explosive plays. Devonta Smith continues to prove why he is one of the most dangerous receivers in the league. His ability to gain yards after the catch and create separation on crossing routes makes him an ideal weapon against a 49ers defense that has been compromised by injuries. When Smith lines up in the slot or outside, he stretches the field horizontally, forcing linebackers and safeties to make quick decisions that can easily be exploited. Dallas Goedert, as the team's tight end, also provides a critical target in the middle of the field. Goddard's route running, reliable hands, and awareness of coverage make him a threat to take over the game when paired with precise timing from Hurts. These offensive weapons give Philadelphia multiple avenues to attack the Niners' already weakened defensive front. The running game cannot be overlooked either. Miles Sanders and the Eagles' supporting backs have a significant opportunity to take advantage of over-pursuing and misaligned linebackers. The 49ers have struggled against the run, missing tackles and allowing key lanes to open, particularly when facing athletic, disciplined runners who can read blocks and accelerate through gaps. The combination of speed, vision, and strategic play calling allows the Eagles to mix up inside and outside runs, keeping San Francisco's defense guessing and exploiting every weakness. A balanced attack between the pass and the run is crucial, as it prevents the Niners from focusing on any single player or route concept, widening the opportunities for big plays on both sides of the ball. Philadelphia's offensive line also deserves recognition. Healthy and cohesive, this unit provides Hurts with the protection needed to scan the field and make calculated decisions. With Lane Johnson reportedly playing, the line remains one of the strongest and most experienced in the league, allowing for a smooth integration of run and pass concepts. Offensive line stability has a direct impact on quarterback performance, and the Eagles have consistently shown that when their starters are healthy, Hurts can operate with confidence and accuracy. Against a 49ers defense hampered by injuries, this advantage becomes even more pronounced, giving Philadelphia a clear edge in sustaining drives and controlling the tempo of the game. Defensively, the Eagles are equally well-positioned. Philadelphia's secondary is capable of taking advantage of mismatches created by the 49ers' depleted linebacker core. With veteran corners and dynamic safeties, the Eagles can disguise coverages, force errors, and create opportunities for turnovers. The absence of key 49ers defenders means the Eagles' passing game can operate with more freedom, while the defense can maintain flexibility to respond to run and pass threats. This adaptability is critical in playoff football, where adjustments in real time often determine the outcome. Philadelphia's defensive unit has consistently shown the ability to read opposing offenses, anticipate tendencies, and make game-changing plays when the stakes are highest. Special teams also play a subtle but important role in games like this. Field position, coverage units, and return opportunities can swing momentum in ways that are easy to overlook but hard to recover from. The Eagles have invested in building reliable, disciplined special teams, and in a matchup where the 49ers' depth is stretched thin, these units could become pivotal. A well-timed punt return, a key coverage stop, or even a field goal from distance can create a psychological edge that compounds Philadelphia's already significant advantages in health and depth. In playoff football, these marginal gains often become decisive factors. The Eagles' preparation goes beyond the X's and O's. It encompasses every detail of player wellness, mental readiness, and in-game adjustments. Nick Sirianni's philosophy of measured practice intensity, combined with precise nutrition and recovery programs, ensures that players remain at peak performance when it matters most. Philadelphia has structured its season to peak during the postseason, and the contrast with the 49ers' high-injury approach is evident. The team's ability to enter a playoff matchup with nearly all starters available, well-rested, and focused cannot be overstated. This kind of preparation creates confidence across the roster, allowing players to execute their assignments decisively and with full trust in their teammates. Looking at the 49ers, their challenges are immense. Injuries at linebacker, combined with a recent influx of new players like Kaiser White, have disrupted continuity and chemistry. Players who have barely practiced with each other now must execute at the highest level against a disciplined, healthy Eagles team. The lack of cohesion in defensive assignments creates exploitable gaps, both against the pass and the run. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles' offensive coordinators are aware of these mismatches, and the plan will likely involve methodical probing of the middle of the field, quick reads, and aggressive utilization of speed and athleticism. Each play designed to target these weaknesses increases Philadelphia's chances of controlling the tempo and dictating the flow of the game. For Philadelphia, this matchup represents more than just a playoff game. It is a test of strategy, preparation, and execution. The opportunity to exploit weaknesses, maximize player strengths, and maintain dominance across multiple phases of the game positions the Eagles to not just compete, but potentially dominate. The combination of health, experience, and tactical awareness creates a scenario where every coach and player knows their role, and every adjustment made in real time can turn into a decisive advantage. The Eagles' ability to remain disciplined, avoid mistakes, and exploit mismatches will ultimately define their path forward in the postseason. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL rumor mill was set buzzing after Doug Peterson, a respected Super Bowl winning coach, was linked to an unusually blunt behind-the-scenes assessment from his time with the Philadelphia Eagles. According to whispers circulating among league insiders, Peterson may have privately identified what he considered the most disappointing player he ever coached in Philadelphia, a revelation that has sparked debate even without an official name attached. What makes the story compelling is not a direct accusation, but the suggestion that Peterson, known publicly for his measured tone and loyalty to his locker rooms, allowed his guard to slip in a closed setting. Sources describe a reflective conversation in which the former Eagles head coach spoke about the challenges of managing expectations, talent, and preparation in a demanding NFL environment. In that context, he reportedly alluded to one player whose performance, work habits, or inability to adapt consistently fell short of what the coaching staff expected. Speculation has since run rampant. Fans and analysts have begun revisiting past Eagles rosters, searching for clues in failed draft picks, short-lived tenures, and players who never matched preseason hype. Some believe the comment may not have been about pure ability, but rather about mindset, professionalism, or resistance to coaching. Others argue it could reflect frustration during turbulent seasons when injuries, locker room tension, and schematic changes exposed weaknesses that were not immediately visible. Notably, there is no confirmation that Pederson intended the remark to become public, nor that it was meant as a harsh personal judgment. Those familiar with his coaching philosophy suggest he often uses negative examples to illustrate broader lessons about accountability and culture rather than to single out individuals. Even so, the idea that a Super Bowl winning coach has a worst player from his Eagles era adds an irresistible layer of intrigue. Until Pederson addresses the speculation directly, the story remains firmly in the realm of rumor. Yet it highlights how even years later, the legacy of his Eagles tenure continues to provoke conversation, reflection, and controversy across the football world. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.